Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. In today's video, I wanted to do a final little look at the Wishblossom Ranch announcement trailer and kind of point out a few things that I noticed. Um, notably just one main thing that I thought could really impact the storyline for Wishblossom Ranch. And just some small predictions here and there that I want to go through before we get the showcase on Wednesday so that we can see what we were right about and what we were wrong about, of course. So I'm going to have the sound of the trailer at 0 so that we can kind of just focus on what's happening in the trailer itself. But I'm going to press play over here and I'm literally going to pause it right here at the 4-second mark because I want to focus on this frozen looking tree in the background. And the reason I want to focus on that is if we keep playing it and we notice, I think at the 10 or 20-second mark, we're going to see it again, but it's going to look very different right there. It's in the same spot that it was 10 seconds earlier. So if we go back by 10 seconds to the 4-second mark over here, let's just go back one more. If you notice, we have the honey waterfall right over there in the center, and we have this tree in the background on the right side. And then if we fast forward to 14 seconds in the trailer, we can see it's about the same distance. And it looks like this tree is not frozen anymore. It kind of reflects the Winnie the Pooh tree we already have in the game, or at least something similar. So, my main prediction, or what I thought is definitely possible for this, is that could be potentially Tinkerbell's house. Like, it could be the pixie dust tree that's frozen at the start, and we need to basically melt it so that we can get access to Tinkerbell. I don't know how viable the story is, but I just feel big based on just this alone and the fact that the location is very similar. It looks frozen and it seems like it's a very important element in the background at this time. Like it's very prominent. It's not like they've hidden it. It doesn't look like clouds at all. It's very obviously a tree, in my opinion. And let me know what you guys think, if you think this is right, if you think we're on the right track while we're figuring this out. And here we can see it looks very melted. It looks almost orange and it's giving like a fall aesthetic. There's a little light or something, or maybe like a bee's nest or like a wasp nest hanging off of it. And I don't know, let me know what you guys think about this. If you think this is a viable theory that it could be Tinkerbell's house, or if it's not Tinkerbell's house, it could just be part of a storyline where we need to progress far enough where we've unlocked this Winnie the Pooh biome and we need to somehow defrost the area so that we can get access to this tree and progress through the main storyline of the quest. I think it's definitely possible, a little far-fetched, like I said, but I think it's a viable option for what could happen in Wish Blossom Ranch. Again, we need to keep in mind that we're going to have access to the entire expansion pass at once. Like, we're not going to have to wait for a part 2 or a part 3 to find all of this out. Like, we're not gonna have to wait months. We'll be able to find out within days, if not weeks at least, depending on how time-gated quests are in this expansion pass. But I'm just excited to see the possibilities that this could have. And I know we're all speculating about what the different type of biomes we have. I know there's a lot of speculation about if this is a candy biome where the crystal caverns are. And I'm gonna be completely honest. I think the Crystal Cavern, I keep messing up that name, is going to be like an indoor-outdoor sort of biome where the biome itself might be inside of the cavern itself, so it's very closed off. I think that's possible, or if anything, we'll be able to enter the cavern in at like certain places and still be able to access the inside of it. It kind of gives me like the Library of Lore kind of vibes where we can still decorate inside the Library of Lore even though it's a bit closed off. There's like roofs everywhere, so you need to zoom in to be able to get a good perspective so that you can decorate. So I think having like an indoor outdoor aesthetic to that where we can decorate probably around the cavern, but also inside of it is definitely possible. And again, when it comes to the honey biome, what I'm calling the Winnie the Pooh 100-acre woods, I'm hoping it's the 100-acre woods that we're getting with this. Imagine having just like a honey waterfall, because I mean, it's not like we can see the honey waterfall. If we go all the way back to the 5 second, 4 second mark, we can clearly see that these are honey pots, and we can see orange liquid spewing out from around the honey pots. So it's possible. And although this could be just a decoration around the area, I know with the Eternity Isle expansion pass, we had the black and white boat or the abandoned ship in the Wild Tangle on like a pinnacle of the Wild Tangle, which was just there for aesthetic purposes. So, I mean, that's totally possible. But me being me, I'm secretly hoping that this is the theme for this entire biome and it's something to do with the 100-acre woods. Whether we get Winnie the Pooh in that biome, or any Winnie the Pooh character in that biome, or even Prince Philip in that biome. Those are my predictions, by the way, for what third character I think we could be getting. I'm really excited. I think whichever direction they decide to go in, I'm looking forward to seeing what we can expect from this, but also just I'm like, I'm there for the ride. I kind of almost don't want them to give us too much information in this showcase because I want to be surprised at the end. I almost wish that they would just drop this DLC and they'll be like, oh, go explore it. It's here for you guys to get. That would be ideal. So then there's no like spoilers and speculations of, oh, what can we get? What can we not get? And then this whole spiral of trying to figure it out as much as I love it. Then the unknown is very interesting to me just as a gamer in general. I like going in blind and being like, what could happen without any spoilers or sneak peeks. But I'm excited at the prospect of getting either Winnie the Pooh or Prince Philip because those are the two characters I'm definitely manifesting for that biome. And when it comes to the Crystal Cavern biome, or just as the villain in general that's coming with this expansion pass, I still believe that Evil Queen is the front runner for me. Like, I want her to be the main villain of this expansion pass. It kind of makes sense to me with the storyline and having Snow White in this DLC. Because I think the Evil Queen and Snow White are one of like the two most prominent characters from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Because I could definitely see the Seven Dwarfs coming in from the Vitalis mines. There are a lot of locked areas in there that can be unlocked or dislodged so that we can access farther into the mines and potentially meet the Seven Dwarfs. But I don't think Snow White has enough characters to have its own realm in the future, especially since we're already getting Snow White in this update. So I think it makes sense for them to bring the Evil Queen with this expansion pass. Like, it just fits. And I understand all the speculation that's going around with Hans being the main villain, but I also do think that's still quite far-fetched because we're basing Hans being a villain off of like a 2-second cameo that he had in an animated series, which is like a spin-off of Frozen, where he gets pummeled by a snowball that Elsa releases. I just like, I know he's on a farm and whatnot, but I think it's a little bit too far-fetched. It's totally possible, don't get me wrong, very possible, but a little far-fetched. So I'm still holding out hope, fingers crossed, that we get the Evil Queen, in my opinion. But I'm just gonna keep playing this trailer in the background as I continue talking about the rest of my predictions and theories, and we can just kind of have this on repeat essentially. But I do think that in terms of companions and critters that we could get in the other 2 biomes, like the Crystal Caverns specifically, I think goats are definitely a possibility, or even sheep. I'm gonna pause it right here so we can see the Crystal Caverns in the back. Because mountain goats, I mean, their whole premise is like mountain goats are like walking on like the cliff sides and the sides of the mountain. Based on the way that they're promoting this biome being the Crystal Cavern, you can see that it's very mountainous around it. Like you can see the snowy Alps in the background, and it's kind of just, it's very fitting for where you would find goats. Sheep are less likely, but I just think they're so cute and they fit with like the whole ranch vibe. So, I mean, there's a whole roster of characters or companions that we could get. We could get goats, we could get sheep, we could get alpacas, or even llamas. I think all of those are possible. I would personally absolutely love if we got alpacas in this game. I think they would be absolutely adorable and just so, so cute. But I'm hoping that it's either goats or sheep. So fingers crossed for that. And those are, options that are on my bingo card as well for this Wednesday. But if we move on to back to what I'm calling the Winnie the Pooh biome or the Hundred Acre Woods biome, I'm really hoping for bears or cubs. I just think they fit so well with the vibe of what that biome is reflecting just based on the honey pots that we're seeing. And whether we get Winnie the Pooh or we get Prince Philip to tie into Storybook Vale, like how they tied in Eternity Isle and Storybook Vale with Rapunzel and Flynn, it's definitely possible for them to bring Prince Philip as one of the main characters with Snow White and Tinkerbell. And it would give them an opportunity to also give us Samson as a horse companion or a horse mount, which is the Disney theme, because they have mentioned that we're going to be getting 3 Disney-themed horses and 1 customizable horse, along with 4 villagers. So imagine having Prince Philip and Samson in our valley. I think that would just be perfect. And then we would have Maximus and Flynn. It kind of just works really well. And I think Prince Philip could work well into the entire storyline of Wishblossom Ranch because he would be able to meld into the storyline of rejuvenating and rebuilding a ranch very, very well. So I'm very excited to see if that's a possibility and how that would work if it does come true. Because again, Prince Philip would work really well in like a Hundred Acre Woods biome because it's a forest. It's very encapsulated in like the woods. And seeing Philip come out of a biome like that just kind of makes sense to me. And then having the evil queen maybe stuck in the crystal caverns kind of makes sense to me too. So, overall, what I'm trying to say after 10 minutes of talking is I'm expecting Snow White, Tinkerbell, Prince Philip, and the Evil Queen as my main 4 characters. We know Snow White and Tinkerbell, of course, are gonna be here, but Evil Queen and Prince Philip, I think, are my top 2 contenders. I think Prince Philip can easily be switched out for Winnie the Pooh. I think either one I will be very happy with. And in terms of companions, like I mentioned, goats, sheep, or bears, for the 2 biomes that we have left to know. We do know that we're getting geese in the ranch biome, and we know we're getting Maximus as one of the horse mounts. I do think it's very possible to get Samson as the other horse mount, and then Felipe, who is Belle's horse, as the 3rd horse mount. But let me know in the comments what you guys think, if you think this is all viable, if this is possible, if you agree or disagree with any of this. I'm very excited about this update. I think it's going to be absolutely spectacular, and the fact that we're getting it all in one part kind of just makes sense. But before we end this video, I kind of just wanted to show you guys the bingo card that I made for Wednesday's showcase, kind of my hopes, if you will, for not just what to expect with Wishblossom Ranch, but also in terms of the roadmap and potentially the entirety of 2026. Because there is a chance that some of these items that I've listed we're not going to see until the second half of 2026. But just overall, I've basically mentioned that we could potentially be getting a mini DLC announcement within the roadmap. We're going to get a roadmap for the first half of 2026. We could see a Hercules realm during like the Valentine's Day time period next year in 2026. So around like end January, beginning February. We could get the Incredibles at some point in 2026. Get Lilo from Lilo and Stitch, Zootopia realm. We might get a sneak peek at the new Cinderella update that we're going to be getting in December, and maybe a sneak peek at the Star Path, a winter event. And I'm just so excited about the possibilities that we have in DDV going forward. They've been putting in a lot of work and effort. We're getting updates a lot more consistently and in like a shorter time frame. So we know that they can push out all of this content very fast if they wanted to. Of course, like any game, there are going to be bugs, there are going to be problems, but they're going to fix it along the way. It might take them time, but they'll fix it. But I'm just really excited to see what DDV has to offer going forward. But again, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are, what you think we're going to be seeing. I just wanted to put this video out with like that one main thing that I noticed in the trailer that has to do with the frozen tree that melts 10 seconds into the video. I just thought that was so interesting and what effect that could have either with the storyline or with like housing in terms of like maybe that's where Tinkerbell lives and what we need to do to unlock her. But yeah, that's basically all I have for this video. It's just an overview of what I think we could be getting or what I would want to see in this game with Wish Blossom Ranch and beyond. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave your predictions and thoughts and theories in the comments below. I'm so excited to see what we find out, what's going to be true and what's not going to be true this Wednesday. So definitely stay tuned because I will be live streaming all day long on Wednesday and into the showcase, which is going to be happening at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be reacting to it in real time. So definitely join in for that if you can. But thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye, guys.